In order to begin texturing, we're going to need a new window. Now you will notice that I am back in the Maya Classic workspace and that I've got my modeling menus across the top. That's just fine. The window we're going to be working with is really big, and it's always best to open it as a new window. It's called the Hypershade, and you can get to it two ways. The first is through this little dot, blue with a white dot inside it. The second is by going to Windows, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. In the Hypershade, I'm going to have a lot of information. As a brief overview, this area up top is sometimes referred to as the tabs, and this is where all of my stuff in the Hypershade lives. Materials, textures, utilities, etc. We'll go through these as we need them. Below this, I have a thing called the Create bin, and Create sounds really useful. In fact, you'll see that if I click into Arnold Shader, it basically duplicates some of the materials we've been using before, like the AI Standard Surface. As a texture artist, the Create bin is completely useless because this area over here, which is referred to as the Graph area, allows me to press the Tab key and type in the name of the thing I'd like to make. So if I type in AI Standard, I will get AI Standard Surface. And now I can make an AI Standard Surface node. For me, this ability to use the Tab key completely obliterates the purpose of this Create bin, so I like to work with it closed. And that gives me more room for my graphs. Over here on this side, I have the Property Editor, and the Property Editor will do things like allow you to assign presets or make adjustments to the thing you have selected. Above the Property Editor, I have the Material Viewer. The Material Viewer will give you a preview of the thing you have selected. So with this AI Standard Surface selected, I'm using this shader ball to see the way that light will reflect off of this surface. I'm currently set to use hardware shading. I can also use Arnold shading. When I use Arnold shading, I will be given a background, in this case interior color 1, but I can change that around and get different exteriors and interiors. This will eat up some of your computer's processing power, so as a rule, I leave this set to hardware. You do also have the ability to, if you don't like the shader ball, swap it out for a teapot, or one of the other many options that are available. They're all a little silly. You can do whatever you like. Teapot, shader ball, ocean, whatever it is. As you make changes to your material, in this case I will just go into color and make it red, you'll see the teapot turn red. If you ever get lost, the menu across the top will give you additional options. So, for example, here's my Create menu. By going through here, I can also create things like the AI Standard Surface node and all of the materials we're going to be using in this lesson. So that's my overview of the Hypershade, and in my next lesson, I will go through a little bit more of the AI Standard Surface node's informational details, and after that we'll get started with some shading.